Tonight's story is called Across the City. Author Jessica Martinez and illustrator is Emily Rosenthal. Publisher is Room to Read. Across the City. When school closed, Lizeth missed her friends and the smell of crayons when they drew in class. She did a very good job keeping her distance when Miss G delivered her computer. She could start on class tomorrow. In the morning, her mom went to work and Lizeth began math class. She measured everything in the house and was about to share her answers when, wah, wah. Hold on, she called. I need to change my brother's diaper. She hurried while class continued without her. Across the city, Miles was frustrated too. He used to love Miss G's class, but the noise from the computer hurt his ears. And he couldn't figure out how to measure his cat. Should he count the tail or not? The next day, Lizeth was enjoying story time about a princess who raced jaguars across the forest. Just when she reached the mountaintop, a dragon swoop, swoop, swoop from the sky. Her internet froze. The magic from the story disappeared and left her at home. She looked at the ruler from math class and measured the lines from a faraway castle. Then she colored the dragon into her home. Across the city, Miles could see his class crystal clear. He watched for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Miles, it's your turn to read, Miss G said. But Miles was dreaming he'd fallen into the internet. He couldn't focus. And neither could Lizeth until the following day when their teacher made an announcement. You will each write a letter to someone in class, she said, and explain how they would use the mail for a pen pal project. Lizeth was assigned the quiet boy. She wasn't sure what to write, then remembered The Princess and Dragon from story time. She took out her crayons and drew until she smelled the wax and color of her classroom. That evening, she mailed the letter and waited. Across the city, Miles was surprised to get a quiet picture from the girl who talks so much in class. He wondered if the princess and dragon might become friends. The sound of pencil traveled from his fingers to his ears as he wrote. Across the city, Lizeth received a letter in the mail. Hermanito, it says the dragon wants a friend. What do you think? I do like dragons. Miles had been checking the mailbox every day until he finally got a response. He wrote down all the places he imagined the princess and dragon could visit together. Then he mailed the letter and waited. After 2 whole days, Lizeth got his letter. She drew the playground at the park that had been fenced off since school closed. In his next letter, Miles wrote they would play on the slide and swing up to the sky. The dragon suggested they follow the clouds floating by. The princess climbed on his back and they flew up, 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 then flew across the city and landed in a blanket of fog where Lizeth built a castle and the dragon made a cloud mask to relax his eyes until it was time to go back to class. After many letters, they flew back across the sky, across the city, and landed home, where they waited for their next adventure. The end. I certainly hope you enjoyed that story. You can find this story and more like it on the Room to Read platform called Literacy Cloud at literacycloud.org, or you can meet me right here tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock for another adventure story. Thank you so much for coming by. Bye.